everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Tori Spelling and Brandi Glanville reveal truth behind their nasty feud. Celebrity feuds aren't anything new, but it isn't every day that the parties involved get together to talk through their problems. Reality star Brandi Glanville recently appeared on actress Tori Spelling's podcast to get to the root of their problems. The women might never be close, but listeners felt delighted to hear them reflect on their own behavior over the years. For the first time in years, Tori Spelling and Brandi Glanville finally scrutinized the bad blood between them. First impressions are everything, and Tori sadly left Brandi with a bad taste in her mouth when they initially met. "You were a total ****, Brandi accused Tori on the Mrs. Pelling podcast. She insisted the 90,210 actress approached her and her ex-husband Eddie Cibrian and warmly greeted him while snubbing Brandi. It seems that the perceived diss was actually more of a misunderstanding. Tori quickly defended herself, pointing out that she went to high school with Eddie Cibrian and even dated him for a brief moment. She was greeting an old friend and hadn't yet established the same connection with Brandi. "I apologize," Tori replied. "I was telling my producer Chrissy earlier. I was like, Brandi and I got along so well, she was so great. But honestly, I'm sorry if I came across that way, because I'm anything but a ****. I get nervous and like to see people, when they know me, will remember me." Of course, Tori Spelling and Brandi Glanville didn't move on from their less-than-perfect first meeting. As fans know, the sentiments between the women worsened as time went on. In the interview, the RHOBH star admitted she developed a horrid opinion of Tori when she began dating Dean McDermott. At the time, Dean was married to Brandi's friend, Mary Jo Eustace. The affair was bad enough, but it also brought up deep-seated resentment for Brandi. "My husband cheated with a person on a movie set," the Bravo star continued. "He met on a TV movie they did, and then you met Dean the exact same way. But the parallels were like wild. I was the wife at home and he cheated with his co-star, and Mary Jo was the wife at home, and you cheated with her husband, who cheated with you." Eddie Cibrian went on to marry the woman he had an affair with, singer LeAnn Rimes. Tori Spelling empathized with Brandi, admitting that karma eventually came for her in the end. The DDT season 33 competitor admitted Dean eventually cheated on her too, prompting their eventual divorce. "You kind of had it coming," Brandi joked, sparking a bonding moment between the women. Despite the sensitive topic, they managed to laugh through it and connect. Although the women may never be best friends, fans loved hearing them work through their issues together. What did you think of the interview? Do you think Tori Spelling and Brandi Glanville can be close someday? Leave your thoughts in the comments. For years, whispers of a behind-the-scenes feud between Beverly Hills 90,210 star Tori Spelling and Real Housewives of Beverly Hills alum Brandi Glanville swirled around Hollywood like a cocktail of shade and scandal. What began as snide remarks and Instagram unfollows eventually exploded into a full-on tabloid frenzy. Think red carpet snubs, cryptic tweets, and reality show jabs. But now, in a surprising turn of events, the two have come together to reveal what really sparked the drama, and why they're finally ready to let it go. The beginning, shade in the hills. Tori and Brandi's feud didn't begin with a bang. It was more of a simmer. Sources close to both stars say the tension began back in 2016, when Brandi threw a seemingly harmless jab at Tori during a podcast episode. The former model and reality firecracker compared Tori's marriage to Dean McDermott to a scripted Lifetime movie that never ends, while also poking fun at Tori's financial struggles. A sore spot the actress has publicly battled for years. Tori, known for her poised yet perky persona, didn't respond publicly. But insiders say she was deeply hurt by the remarks. "She's been through a lot," a friend of Tori shared. "To have someone make light of her life like that, especially another woman in the industry, really struck a nerve." The clapback heard around Instagram. Things escalated in 2018 when Tori made a subtle yet unmistakable clapback during an Instagram live Q&A with fans. When asked if she'd ever appear on The Real Housewives, Tori laughed and said, "No, I'm not into throwing wine or shade for airtime. I like real reality." Brandi, never one to let a perceived slight slide, took to Twitter within the hour. "Some people wouldn't know reality if it hit them in their rented face." Fans quickly connected the dots, and the feud was a messy exchange of passive-aggressive posts, side-eye emojis, and even a few alleged accidental leaks to gossip blogs. While both women maintained their focus on their respective projects, Tori with her TV appearances and writing, Brandi with her podcast and reality stints, the tension between them grew like wildfire. The Hollywood party that changed everything. According to both Tori and Brandi, the turning point came during a charity gala in Malibu in late 2023. The two were seated at opposite ends of a long VIP table, and while they avoided eye contact most of the night, fate had other plans. "A mutual friend basically trapped us into talking," Brandi recalled during a joint appearance on a new tell-all podcast titled Unfiltered AF. She said something like, "You guys are way too old to be mean-girling each other. Go outside and talk it out," and she was right. The conversation that followed was, in both their words, raw and real. Tori admitted she felt betrayed by Brandi's early jabs, especially since they'd met years before and shared what she thought was a genuine connection. Brandi, on the other hand, confessed she had been projecting her own insecurities. "I was bitter, honestly," Brandi said. "I was going through hell with my own stuff, divorce, money problems, being painted as the villain. Tori's life looked like this glossy Hollywood dream, and I took my frustration out on her. It was immature and unfair." Tori nodded. "We've both had our struggles, but instead of lifting each other up, we got sucked into the gossip machine, and we let it happen. From frenemies to maybe friends." Since that fateful night, Tori and Brandi have been working to rebuild, not just a friendship, but a sense of solidarity. They began by following each other again on Instagram, which of course sent fans into a frenzy. Then came the unexpected joint podcast, followed by a co-written essay in Variety titled Breaking the Blonde Stereotype: Reality, Resilience, and the Cost of Catfights in Hollywood. "We realized we were more powerful together than apart," Tori explained. "Women in this industry get pitted against each other constantly. It's almost like entertainment thrives on watching us tear each other down." Brandi chimed in with her signature sass. "Let's be real, feuds sell, but healing is hotter." What's next? The duo is now reportedly in talks for a limited docuseries that will chronicle not just their reconciliation, but also delve into the culture of female rivalries in Hollywood. The working title: Blonde Ambition, the real story behind the headlines. "I want my daughter to grow up seeing women resolve conflict in healthy ways," said Tori, referencing her 15-year-old daughter Stella. "Not just fight on camera for ratings." Brandi added with a laugh, "Look, I'm still gonna be spicy. But now I'm spicy with compassion." Lessons learned. Their story is a reminder that what we see in headlines rarely tells the full truth. Beneath the glam squads, and the Instagram filters are two women just trying to navigate fame, family, and their own fragile sense of self-worth. The feud between Tori Spelling and Brandi Glanville may have once been labeled nasty, but in retrospect, it was more like a messy misunderstanding fueled by ego, exhaustion, and external pressure. And like many good Hollywood tales, it ends not with a dramatic slap or wine toss, but with two women sitting down, telling the truth and choosing forgiveness. And maybe, just maybe, a future Bravo crossover.